Now, all of a sudden, T.I. is saying Verzuz is poor people activity. It's po people. Let's run this down. Are you ready for the rundown? Let's talk about today's topics. We have a lot to cover. What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a part of the channel that I call a rundown, where I run down different news segments and stuff like that. I don't have a script or nothing, so sometimes when I'm talking, I'm just all off cap, all off cap. But this right here is a little strange to me, because how is Verzuz poor people activity now? But let's get into this. This is from Hot New Hip Hop, and they put the story up, and it says T.I. has thoughts on Verzuz. Verzuz was once a platform to keep us entertained during the pandemic, but it still remains the octagon for hip-hop's greatest talents, including T.I., who spent years trying to get into the ring. Of course, he also wanted a worthy opponent, one whose catalog that's worth the challenge, so he looked towards 50 Cent. Now, it won't be happening. Tip has a clear change of attitude towards Verzuz in general. I don't want to indulge it, because it's on Joe Button. Be like, I don't want to indulge in that side of life no more. I ain't even interested, bruh. Ain't no money over there in that shit, bruh. That shit poor people activity, T.I. told the host of the Joe Button podcast. A take that many were taken aback by. I'm 45. What I'm doing going back and forth, nigga, man? Like for what, bro? Joe Button and the co-host argued that Verzuz should be something to celebrate people's catalogs. T.I. said that he would only consider it if a bag was right in the first place. Eventually, T.I. explained that the proposed Verzuz with Jeezy probably would have been a good moment to celebrate their catalogs, since the two were friends. But when T.I. said that he doesn't believe that there are any winners and losers during the Verzuz, Imani argued that the losers aren't determined by the catalog but by the performance. I agree. Still, the other co-host pushed back against the theory, explaining that Fat Joe and Ja Rule's Verzuz came down to the music itself, rather than the individual performance. And this is where he said it. I don't want to play it because they real strict with Joe Button content, so I ain't risking it. But it says, hold on, what the hell is that? The page just crashed? What was that? You saw that in real time? Yo, fix y'all site. Shout out to Hot New Hip Hop. But it says T.I. is currently getting ready for the release of his forthcoming album, Kill the King, which is due out on Friday, June 26th. The album is marketed as T.I.'s final album and will include features from NBA YoungBoy, Summer Ross, Usher, 2 Chainz, Jeezy, and more. Check out T.I.'s comments on the Joe Button podcast above. So this is a clip that's on X. Now, can we get down to business here? How is it poor people activity when you wanted to do it so bad that it caused beef with you and 50 Cent? That's what the beef is over, Verzuz. So if you didn't want to do Verzuz, that means you and 50 would have never had beef? Where your kids got involved, talk about dudes' moms, threw poor Tiny under the bus, your kids going to his mother's grave site, all type. Well, I guess it was AI, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. That's one thing about our folks, man. One thing we gonna call each other is broken old. That's like the worst thing. That's like black people kryptonite. Oh, you broke. You old. So if you wanted to do Verzuz, was you willing to partake in broke people activity? See how that it just sounds dumb. And like they're saying on there, it's entertainment. Like, if you could go somewhere and make some money in a safe environment, a controlled environment, why wouldn't you do it? Because you going to, no, I ain't gonna say that because that could mess up interviews, but I'm just saying, like, how is it broke people activity? So you think everybody who did Verzuz is broke? I mean, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, that was like, yo, I ain't gonna front, that was one of my favorite verses. My favorite thing about that verses was Fat Joe doing Flow Joe. I ain't gonna front, that was my favorite. I just love the way that sounded there. It just sounded dope. But anyway, that's a sidebar. Why when we don't like something or somebody, we quick to use the broke and old thing? That's like black people kryptonite. So is he trying to mess it up for everybody else? Because people who might be influenced by that, what if they say Verzuz is broke people activity? So that means Cameron, Jadakiss, and all of them was broke, and they gave an incredible, the Locks versus Dipset could have been a life-changing versus for Dipset, but it was for the Locks. But still incredible regardless. I mean, we had so many dope verses. And You versus Jeezy wouldn't have been a good versus to me because the backstory between Gucci Mane is Jeezy is way greater than anything with You. It should have been You, in my opinion, T.I. versus a Ludacris, which Luda would have smoked them. But I think, hold up, did Luda do it one already? If Luda did a versus already, please let me know, because I'm not sure. I kind of fell off on verses a little bit. They was just doing too much after a while. But it should have been T.I. versus Ludacris. You know, that was because of the rivalries. That's what makes verses dope. People who have real rivalries. So, I mean, besides Ray and Ghost doing a verses, it was like, that was a celebration, but that's a time that they both could sit there, two well-established artists from the same crew, celebrating each other's music. That's what it was about. That's what it's about. So for you to just say it's poor people activity, so what, you want $1 million to do verses? So what's not poor? What's the dollar amount that makes it not poor? 100,000 ain't enough? 200,000 ain't enough? Because I know you ain't doing no shows for no $1 million or nothing like that. You're probably not even doing a single show for 100K. Because you would have to be selling out stadiums every night to be doing shows for 100K. And I'm not counting his pockets, or I'm not really sure what he makes. But in this climate, in this time, we see a lot of tours getting canceled. So if you could go do verses and get $20,000, $30,000 to stand up there and rap with one of your peers for 45 minutes, you wouldn't do that? So everybody who did that is broke. After all of this 50 Cent back and forth, you and Ross on the record now, dissing 50, so much took place, your kids is involved, Tiny got dragged, y'all done talked about 50 mother, all types of shit took place behind verses. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen, that was behind verses. A 50 not wanting to do a versus. He was calling 50 out for years to do a versus, and 50 didn't want to do it, which led to disses. Now it's poor people activity. Come on, man. Cut the cat. But anyway, man, I'm Doggie Diamonds. You know what I do over here. And if you need promo, if you need some of this music, if you need anything that I have to offer, if you want to interview, hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds. And make sure you log on to Doggie Diamonds TV. Everything is on there. Subscribe to, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this, because this is kind of weird. Until next time, I'm out of here. Where's my ending? Oh, here we go. And make sure you watch these related videos as well. And if you hit the logo by the subscribe thing, you can subscribe.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Until next time, peace. Appreciate y'all. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Got it? I just do the horn real quick. My bad.